It's Madden NFL 23. We'll get a look at Joe Burrow as he's gone over 4,000 yards passing now for the year. It's the Bengals and the Browns, and it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 23.
On a chilly December afternoon, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gordon. To my left, Charles Davis. And Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. They've been in a great group. Winners of 7 of their last 10 on the year.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they could get it.
Meanwhile, for the Browns here, they come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple months. 5 wins in their last 8 games. 2 teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. This one taken just inside the 10. And able to get this out to the 25. Now the Bengals getting set for their first possession of the ball game and leading them out in his 3rd season. Really the face of Cincinnati football, Joe Burrow.
Hey, we all love a good story, and what we like even more, guys who can fight through adversity. Joe Burrow coming out of high school, goes to Ohio State, doesn't get a chance to start, transfers to LSU, not thought to be a top prospect, ends up the #1 pick in the draft, and justifies it. Tremendous play, excellent mobility, and leadership off the charts.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, this shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. The numbers a week ago for Chase. 6 catches, 127 yards.
I like the performances he's put up throughout the year. That's the reason he's ranked #9 in the league in receiving yards. In a league that throws the ball around like crazy, #9's a good number.
Burrows, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, they got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
The Browns on their way out now for the first time, and we'll also get a look at the player brought in from Houston to run this offense, and that's Deshaun Watson.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. They'll get this down to the 38. Second down, here's Chubb again. And he's taken down inside the 30. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Now a first down throw, Watson. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a gain of 14 down to the 14. And now he's really knocking on the door for 700. That is career catch 699. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Watson. This is caught. And the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Hunt will score. Touchdown, Cleveland. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Now Cade York for the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. So the drive there took 6 plays. And Kareem Hunt, the one to finish it off, as he did so with a touchdown run. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Bengal offense on their way out as we look at the playoff race in the AFC. And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for, and remember, 7 teams in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6. And not to mention, remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago to put divisional games at the end of the year? So you get to week 16 and 17, you're playing for playoff spots, and you're playing divisional games. Couldn't be more exciting than that.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jet sweep, Boyd with it. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. 1-yard gain.
On 2nd and 9, Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Burrow. And that will be incomplete. So now the Cincinnati native, also former Bearcat, and now a Bengal, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got him the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. They'll run run for it. Here's Chubb. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be fourth down.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
On fourth down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Back deep, Trent Taylor. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
Joe Mixon on the carry. Brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on second down. Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now it's Burrow. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And if you look at the next-gen stats, you'll see that he topped out at an even 21 miles an hour. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and we are tied at 7. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. Peoples-Jones going to elect not to run this out, and they'll begin at the 25. The Browns set to take over. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center because, remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion. And sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
They'll run with Hunt on second down. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Faking the give. Now Watson. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
And partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
The first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from the Motor City. It's the Lions that have grabbed the early lead. The playoff picture starting to come into focus. We'll keep you updated on that one as we go along and the other scores from around the league. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. That's complete to the tight end Sample. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2. 7-7, our score after 1. Ready for the set. Here we go. On 3rd and 1, Burrow. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves that type of consideration. You mentioned it. All year long, he's made big plays and continues to do so. Imagine if he has a big game here. If so, he could vault himself right into the #1 spot.
Now a hit and a loose football.
Recovered by the receiving team.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
As we roll on here in the month of December, Week 14 coming up tonight. We got a good one in the AFC West. Get the parkas out, Kansas City and Denver from the frigid Empower Stadium at Mile High. And then tomorrow night you can turn those parkas in for some shorts, golf polos, and flip-flops. Monday Night Football in Arizona. Patriots, Cardinals, 8:15 Eastern.
Holding offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Back to throw, Watson. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. Finding space at the 40. And he will step out of bounds, but not before he's all the way across the 50. A big play that time for Cleveland. 45 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now Watson. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. Still going. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. I think you'd have to say Nick Chubb, pound for pound, one of the most powerful runners in the NFL. He proved it there.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy's made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And Nick Chubb the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd and 7, Burrow. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Hurst. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Mixing up the middle. And he's got room. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Well, he was a busy man out the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Open man is Higgins. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8. From the gun to give to Mixon. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now Burrow. And he's got it. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. Mixon fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2.
Taken down right now.
3rd and goal. Burrow. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are an extra point away from drawing level. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 14. So that was a 13-play drive in total. And it's finished off by the touchdown from Tyler Boyd. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Heading out as a Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Off of play action, it's Watson. That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch. Watson to Njoku there for the Cleveland first.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down in bounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Up the middle, it's Chubb. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Second down, here's Chubb again. And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try the air now with Watson. Complete to Hilton. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Watson on first down. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Trey Hendrickson make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. This is Hunt on the draw play. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Watson now to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Burrow will throw. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Finding Mixon here again on back-to-back plays. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. This goes out wide from Mixon. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Burrow on third down. Throw left side complete. That's Boyd. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. McPherson's kick is good, and they take a 17-14 lead. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
A fairly short kick from the 14, and they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. And no reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these 2 teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Browns. And even though they trail, they've had success running the football. Over 100 yards rushing as a team in those first 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
Okay.